10 out of 10. Season 11 has started superbly well. Are we going to make it 11 out of 11 or 12 out of 12? Today, we're going to be playing Millwall. It's the Den Derby, or the new Den Derby, that's what I'm going to call it, because we're technically at home, even though it's their stadium. It's weird. And we're also probably going to play Portsmouth, which is actually a couple of matches, 3 matches after the Millwall game. In between episodes, we've only played twice, but we've won twice. We beat Bristol City and Norwich 2-0 both times. The starting lineup then will be Pedicic in goal, Barton, McGuinness, Uriah and Matheson in defence. Although, I mean, I've put Matheson as a left-back because, we've got fitness concerns and injuries. And, I mean, Nozza needs to be there. I need to be Nozza. That's right, I'm calling Reece Norrington-Davis Nozza. That's his nickname. Elliott and McArdle are going to be the midfielders. Massimo and Kobzev on the wings. It's going to be Alan and Ryan up front. I probably need to make sure as well. Matheson is on the bench. That'll do. Now, you'd hope that the Millwall fans would sell out their allocation of tickets because, you know, it's literally their stadium. We broke records for the AFC Wimbledon game, which was in last episode, for our highest attendance. I think we picked up something ridiculous like 200,000 in ticket sales, which sounds like far too many, to be honest. It's gone all the way back to Whiteman. Is it Alfie Whiteman? Is that his name? Former Spurs ? Youngster. Throws it out to their right back, Mumba. He's going to go for a run. Where are you going, buddy? In the middle, finds Barr, takes a couple of touches. Millwall looking good early on. Obviously, first highlight of the match. First seconds of the match as well. McGuinness gets it clear. Kobzev, lovely flicked head from the Ukrainian, but it goes straight to a Millwall man. Mumba forward towards Barr. Pedicic comes out and makes an absolute stupid decision. It's 1-0 to Millwall. And, Pedicic is 100% at fault. They're blaming Kobzev. Apparently that was our left winger's fault. Really? I mean, he did just pass to one of their players, but Pedicic should have stayed on his line. We need to keep an eye on what Stoke are doing as well. We are technically 4 points clear at the top before this game. They are beating Nottingham Forest. So, we kind of need to get back into this game. Barton's going to go for a run. Plays it in towards McArdle. Not very good from McArdle. Although, the way the match engine works, that was probably Barton's fault. Finnegan on the left-hand side. Backwards to Walters. Millwall looking very, very good at the moment. And we are struggling to not only get the ball off them, but do anything at all. Whiteman to Torres, number 2, finds Barley Mumba, who I'm pretty sure isn't a right back, but he seems to have been retrained to be one. Jones to Imla, back to Dolan. Dolan's effort is straight towards Pedicic, who makes a weird flappy save, but he saves it nonetheless. The goal scorer takes the corner towards the front. Kobzev gets that ball clear. Kobzev gets the ball clear. Barley Mumba with a throw. I mean, everything it's been Millwall, hasn't it? We had basically half a chance at the start of the game, and then it's all Millwall. Dolan's in on goal, surely going to make it 2. He doesn't. Pedicic blocks, Barton clears. Highlights carrying on. No, it isn't. We are playing very poorly. Duncan Elliott on a 6-5. Massimo, Kobzev, Allen, all on 6-3s and a 6-5 for Allen. I mean, what is going on? Nozza's got the ball here in the corner. He's managed to clear it. Allen flicks the head towards Ryan, but Torres is there to pick up the pieces, and Millwall can come forward once again on the left-hand side. Scheduled. Yep, him. It's there. It's 2-0. I knew it was only a matter of time before we lost the game on camera. And, I mean, this is the one that we don't want to lose. We don't want to lose this game if we can help it. Barton with a cross for us. Massimo's there. Kobzev is there. And Kobzev gets his second of the season. It's 2-1 as we approach the half-time whistle. So it's not over and done with just yet. Right, we need to start shouting at people. Because we literally didn't have a shot for probably 2/3 of the first half. That's awful. Terrible. Do something else. Listen, you buddy, and you buddy. I'm not angry. You've got the ability to make the difference. Inspired. That's what we like to see. Let's do it for the wingers as well. You've got the ability. Didn't make a difference. Nozza's looking tired. We probably need to look at bringing him off. And I guess we're going to do Luke Matheson on the left-hand side. Although he's on a 7.0. Has he just been absolutely clattered? Is that the problem with Nozza? Has he just been ran into the ground by possibly Barley Mumba? Speaking of, Barley Mumba has the ball. Loses out though. McArdle to Massimo. Counter-attack time. Here we go with his gloves on. Why have you got gloves on, mate? I guess it is probably October time. Massimo on the right-hand side. Back to Barton, crosses it in, back post is Kobzev, tries to find Allen, can't manage to get his head on target. It was an absolute sitter apparently according to the commentary. Right, time for some changes. Allen coming off, Theo Corbino, no, we don't do Allen. We do Connor Ryan coming off, Theo Corbino coming on. What else do we do? I mean, McGuinness is having a bit of a shocker, Volpe can come on. Do we also do Massimo for Paul Searle? No, we have to do that one. We have to do Matheson coming on as a left back because Nozza is he's ready for bed. Annoyingly as well, he's one of our best performers, and Millwall have themselves a chance possibly. Barley Mumba to Dolan, Matheson there has to do his job and stop Dolan from getting that ball in. He doesn't do anything. Gordon hits the bar. Matheson can control it, but that's probably the whole highlight. Pedicic is cleared. Corbino doesn't bother. Yeah, it was the whole highlight. Final 10 minutes. I'm going to give him an encourage. See if it does anything. I very rarely do shouts because they seem pointless, in my opinion. Anderson back to Walters. Now Barr back to Anderson. Through ball finds Gordon. He's one-on-one with the keeper. Gordon has to make it 3. And Kai Gordon does make it 3 in our first defeat of the season. It's coming in the New Den derby. It's annoying, that. Very annoying. Massimo, who got an assist, is on a 6.4. How can you get an assist and be on a 6.4? Also, everyone is just running to the ground for some reason. I mean, we did play our last match like 3 days ago, so that might be the reason. Millwall possibly coming forward. It's gone back to Whiteman. We need to get this ball forward and maybe make it 3-2. Let's try and salvage some goal difference. Is that what we're trying to do now? Is that my game plan? Well, we've got a minute and 15 left of normal time. Massimo goes for a little run. Right-hand side, he needs an option from Barton. It goes back to him instead. Barton, we know he can cross the ball. We should be good at this. Does stop, crosses it in. It's towards Kobzev and he heads over the bar. I think we're just being undone by fitness. Fitness has been a major problem for us in this match. It's our first defeat of the season. It's against our local rivals. It's 3-1. We should have scored more goals. We actually didn't play too badly. We had a lot of chances, didn't have the possession. First defeat of the season. Should still be top of the table though. By 1 point. We are top of the table by 1 point. So Stoke clearly won their game. Who were they playing? Nottingham Forest. We are now going to go forward. And what do we do? I mean, none of these are interesting. Portsmouth aren't very interesting either anymore. I don't want to go this far. We might just have to go for Forest, Sheffield Wednesday or Portsmouth. Any one of those three. I don't know what I'm talking about. You'll see one of those matches in a second. To say things haven't gone to plan since that last match is an understatement. We beat Coventry. I thought, great, we're back on track, not a problem. And then we lost against Forest. We drew with Sheffield Wednesday. We're now up against Portsmouth. It is 1st versus 10th. We are still at the top of the table because Stoke keep drawing games, which is very helpful for us. But yeah, we're only there on goal difference. We've also just played that last match like 2 days ago, so we're going to be in a similar situation when it comes to fitness. The starting lineup then for the Portsmouth game, it will be Pedicic in goal, Matheson, Uriah, Charia and Geismar in defence. Barton moves up to be a ball-winner midfielder. We've got Mercado as well playing next to him. We've got Corbino and Laird on the wings. It's going to be Gonzalez and Rory Allen up front. Gonzalez needs to play well. We don't have too many other strikers because of suspensions, injuries and all sorts of stuff. So Ryan, currently injured. Suspensions for Massimo, Elliott. An injury to Youssef, who literally doesn't have a squad number yet, so he's not really too important. And yeah, we need to play well. We need to win this one. Is it too early to keep an eye on the table? And by the table, I mean the Stoke matches to see how they're doing. I mean, Dean Laird almost curls that win into the top corner. Yeah, do we need to keep an eye on Stoke to see how they're getting on and to see whether they can potentially catch us? They are playing Middlesbrough, so that is actually quite beneficial for us because Middlesbrough are obviously up in 4th place, a team that could easily beat them in my opinion. Free kick for Portsmouth from a very long way out. And there is just a huge line of players on the edge of the penalty area, and they all looked offside, and Payne's put it in, and I think it's going to count. It is going to count. I'm sure, I mean, he wasn't offside. What were we doing there? That defending was just appalling. And we've dropped down from the top of the table, but that's basically because Stoke are drawing and we're not. Dean Laird with the ball towards Matheson and can't find him. Pochettino for Portsmouth loses out to Barton. Gonzalez, the Panamanian. Matheson to Corbino, Captain Corbino. Matheson again on the right-hand side into Corbeau, takes a first-time shot, and the Canadian international tucks that ball away. It is mad to think at the start of last season, I was trying to sell him for £150,000, and then he went on to score 18 goals, I think, last season. He's already got a lot of goals so far this season, and he barely plays. A lot of the time he comes off the bench, scores a goal that way. Well, it's so far a somewhat uneventful game. It is 1-1, obviously. I don't know what I've seen. We haven't been playing very well. Matheson's demotivated because, I mean, you are playing quite well. Step it up. Good. Motivation. You two, I need you to step it up as well. It's always worrying when the first highlight is straight from kickoff. Lawrence to Atkins. Portsmouth coming forward with the ball. Valentin loses out to Geismar. This is good. I love it when the first highlight is from kickoff. When it's us. Long ball towards Corbeau. It's not going to go anywhere near him. Pye plays it all the way back to the keeper. And now Portsmouth can possibly have themselves a chance. Is that Deschamps Bernard? It is Deschamps Bernard all the way back to the keeper again. Strange. Pochettino's getting sent off for that. That looked like Matheson just wanted to go for a dive. A literal dive. They're down to 10. This is good. I mean, is it good? Sometimes, as they say in football, it's harder to play against 10 men than it is 11. We shall see. McArdle towards Allen. Doesn't win the header, and now Neil has it for Portsmouth. 50 minutes on the clock. So we've got nearly a full half of football against 10 men. TC, where are you going to go? Back to Barton. Right-hand side is Matheson. He definitely managed to get that player sent off, didn't he? Matheson's going for a run. 3 in the box. It's towards McArdle. Unmarked. It's a cracking header, but it hits the outside of the post. Barton with a free kick. 5 minutes later, towards a blue shirt. What a strange free kick to do. And now Portsmouth can counter, but they don't have the numbers at the moment. Valentin back to Grimes, back to Valentin, all the way back to the keeper. And for some reason, we are slowly closing him down. It was Dean Laird who was doing it by the looks of it. Header from Charrier. Dean Laird on the left. Geismar to Charrier, to Laird, to Charrier, to Laird. No, okay, to Uriah. Not seen Uriah with his green hairband so far in this match. TC, number 15, lumps it off towards the left. Controlled well by Dean Laird. Geismar to Mercado outside. Goes for a long-range effort. Goalkeeper makes a questionable save, but saves it nonetheless. We get ourselves a corner. Barton's going over to take it towards the front post. Uriah is there. And Ginez, maybe Uriah, makes it 2-1 against Portsmouth. We are in front, and we are definitely back on top of the table if it stays this way. Unless Stoke win about 7 or 8-0, which is technically possible. Right, substitution times. Geismar's taken a knock, so Nozza is going to come on against his former team. Do we do anything else? I mean, I'm looking at Corbeau. Paul Searle on the right wing? He can do it. I assume that was like an exchange of the armband as well, because Paul Searle, I think, is our club captain. Corbeau was our sort of temporary captain for this match only. Payne's chested it down. It's 2-2. Really? I feel like Portsmouth have had 2 chances and scored them both. They've also only got 10 men as well. They've got 10 players, and we're drawing with them. Dean Laird back to Nozza. Whips that ball in. Tries to find Paul Searle. Of all people, Paul Searle's probably not the one you want on the end of the chance, but he's headed that one over the bar. Rory Allen's playing poorly. He's on a 6-5. Grimes has it for Portsmouth. 15 minutes of normal time left to play. We've got the ball. Good. This is what we like to see. Dean Laird tries to shoot. He actually went for a shot from like 40 yards out. I'm not sure what I thought was going to happen. Matheson crosses it in. Doesn't find a white shirt. Instead, we get it back. Matheson again. Now long ball towards Dean Laird. He's gone for goal. He's not going for goal. Paul Searle goes for goal. I feel like Allen's had a few sitters and has missed all of them. Kirk Knight and Enrique Gonzalez are our strike partnership to see out the final 12 minutes when we need a goal. What am I doing? Norrington Davies then with the ball. With the ball. Deanie Laird. Yep, that's what we're calling him now. McArdle through to Knight. Gonzalez is in the middle. He's gone down like he's been shot. The ball is cleared. Baggett made a cracking tackle by the looks of it. Uriah comes forward. Matheson on the right-hand side might have took a little bit too much of it. Crossfield ball. McArdle's there. And an absolute bullet header from the former Southampton man goes wide of the post. It's looking like it's going to be another draw. Middlesbrough and Stoke also look like they're drawing, so we are going to stay top of the table unless something happens in the Stoke game, which I don't think it did. We've just drawn. We've had 29 shots, 14 on target, and scored twice. 29 shots, 14 on target, scored twice against 10-man Portsmouth, and we draw 2-2. Why can't we defend some? I mean, we can defend. Our goalkeeper just can't stop shots. Well, we're approaching the halfway point. We're probably, what, 2/5 of the way through the season, and we are currently sat top of the championship table. 11 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats. Annoyingly, one of those defeats obviously in this episode, and one of those draws in this episode. I mean, it's not the best, is it? Next up, then, we are probably going to go through maybe to January. We've got Millwall again. Do we? I don't think we do Millwall on camera. I don't know what we're going to do. We might go end of December, might go somewhere in January. But thank you very much for watching this one. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new and you're enjoying the videos. And I'll be back next time with more Dover Athletic, and we will hopefully still be top of the table.